Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'll explain to you on tutorial 6.4. Okay, so on normal probability distribution, first of all, you must identify what is your x. Then write the notation x is from n, which stands for normal, with your mean as mu, and your variance is sigma squared. Then, from your x value, let's standardize it using standard score x minus mu over sigma so that you can standardize your value. And after that, we can refer to our normal distribution table. Let's look at this question here. The total marks of a group of students for math course in the end of a semester exam follow a normal distribution with your mean mu as 62, standard deviation is 10. So calculate the percentage of students who obtain marks between 68 and 75. So what should you do here? You must find the probability of this first, then later on find the percentage. So first step, let's write this in the terms of normal distribution notation. X is n, 62, 10 squared, where this is your mu, this is your variance. So let's write the question 1p, x from 68 to 75. Okay, so let's standardize it. Okay, so 68, let's minus it with your mu, divide by 10, standard deviation. Another one, 75 minus 62, divide by 10. So after you have finished calculating this, now your pz is between 0.6 and 1.3. Okay, so let's look at this graph here. Okay, so let's say this is your bell shape. In the middle here is 0. Now you want to read from 0.6, so here, until 1.3. So how to find this red region here? So let's take this blue region first. Okay, so this is probability of z between 0 and 1.3. Then let's minus this small green part here, which is probability of 0 until 0.6. After you take the blue part minus the green part, so we will get what we intend to calculate, which is the red part here. Okay, so let's read this from the table. Okay, so just read 1.3 from the table because you are reading this region. So it is 0.4032. And let's read 0.6 from your table. It is 0.2257. Okay, so minus it, you will get the answer 0.1775. However, the question wanted percentage, so let's multiply this with 100%. So your final answer is 17.75%. Let's look at the next example here. The masses of concrete roads ordered by a construction company are normally distributed with a mean of 240 kg. This is your mu. And your standard deviation sigma is 10 kg. The question says if the rock is chosen at random, find the probability that its mass exceeds 248 kg. So first of all, let's write this notation here. X is normally distributed with mu 240 and your variance is 10 squared. Let's write what does the question want. Px more than 248. Okay, so first step, let's standardize it. Okay, so change to z. So 248 minus mu 240 divided by 10, your standard deviation. So you will get pz more than 0.8. Okay, so how to calculate pz more than 8? So let's see here. Okay, so let's say this part here is 0.8. So we want this red region here. So what we can do is just take the whole thing here. Okay, half of it is 0.5. And then let's minus this green part here. So how to read this green part here? It is probability of z between 0 until 0.8. Okay, so just read this region from your graph, because if you read 0.8 from the table, you'll get this region that you intend to find, which is z between 0 and 0.8. Okay, so this value here is 0.2881. So take 0.5 minus it. You'll get the answer 0.2119. So let's see the next one. Find the number of rods that have masses less than 225 kg if your n is 500. Okay, so what should you do? Just take x less than 225, standardize them, 225 minus mu over sigma. So now you are left with pz less than 1.5. Okay, so now let's see the bell shape here. 0 is in the middle. You want this region here, which is pz less than minus 1.5. However, if we reflect it to the right hand side, this will be the same region here, which is pz more than 1.5. So let's find this part here. So the whole thing, 0.5, let's minus this small part here. Let's minus this green part here. Okay, so how to read the green part? It is pz between 0 and 1.5. Okay, so just read this from the table, 1.5, you'll get 0.4332. Okay, so just minus them, 0.5 minus 0.4332, you'll get the answer 0.0668. This is not the final answer yet. This is just the probability with x less than 225. Let's now find the number of rods that have masses less than 225. Okay, so just take the probability 0.0668, just multiply with your n, which is 500. So you'll get the answer 33.4 rods. However, we need to round off this number here, so you're left with 33 rods. Let's see the final question. Find the percentage of rods that have masses between 225 and 255 kg. So just let P as x between 225 and 255. Let's standardize them. So you're left with P z between minus 1.5 until 1.5. So if you see this graph here, you can realize that you have the same region from your left hand side and also your right hand side. So what should you do is you can separate them. Okay, let me show you how. So P for z between minus 1.5 until 1.5, we can just multiply them by 2. Okay, so this half part here, just multiply them by 2. So it is 2 multiply probability of P z between 0 and 1.5. Okay, so I've written here. So just read this region from your table. 1.5 is 0.4332, and then just multiply 2. This is your answer. However, another alternative you can find from the left hand side, 0.4332 plus with the right hand side. Okay, so this is not your final answer yet. You need to find the percentage. So multiply with 100%. So your final answer is 86.64%. So that's the end of this chapter. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.